Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So let's proceed with our topic, production and cost theory. Okay, so in this topic, for you to understand this, you must imagine yourself as a producer or a seller, so that it will be easier for you to understand this. Okay, so what is production? Production is a process of transforming resources, which is our land, labor, capital, entrepreneur. Okay, this is also what we call as input ataupun factors of production, to produce output ataupun the goods and services to satisfy the wants ataupun needs of a human being, and at the same time to maximize our profit. As a seller, right, we produce things to be sold in order to get money, to get profit. So production process is as simple as we use the resources, factors of production, land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, combine this together to produce goods and services, which is the output. This is the input, and goods and services is the output. Okay, so what are the factors of production? I already explained it to you when I teach chapter 1. So just a recap again, what is factors of production? In terms of land, okay, translation is tanah, tapi in economic sense, it is all natural resources, the gift of nature, what Allah bestowed to us. For example, land, forest, water, natural resources, and etc. And the second one is labor, physical and mental talent of people, of a human being, which has been used in production process. Somebody which has the capability mentally and physically to produce something. Okay, and the third one is capital, the production aids ataupun the machinery used to produce goods. It is also considered as continuation of work for obtaining wealth. So as a businessman, this is the asset of our business, including our factory, kalau kedai kecil, our shop, atau our stall, kalau you buat gerai, so on. Okay, so that is your asset, ya kan? And then we have entrepreneur, someone with skills and knowledge to produce something. So beza entrepreneur with labor, both are people, human being, but entrepreneur is someone that is having an extra knowledge, who know how to precisely use the other three factors of production, which is land, labor, capital, combine it and produce something from it. So without entrepreneur, goods and services won't happen. The production of goods and services won't happen because only entrepreneur know how to produce something. Contoh yang masa saya kata, we want to produce goreng pisang, right? So to produce goreng pisang, we need to have all four the factors of production, which is, first of all, we need land, the natural resources. We need pisang, tepung, telur, and all the raw material to produce goreng pisang. Second one, we need labor, people to do the job, because pisang cannot go and melompat dalam tepung sendiri. I already mentioned it to you. And yang ketiga, we need capital, which is a place to do our business, kedai, stall goreng pisang. And then bantuan-bantuan, alat bantuan to do our work. For example, pisau untuk potong pisang, kuali wok to fry the fried banana, and tonggas, sudip, semua sekali tu. Okay, and then last sekali we need to have entrepreneur, somebody who know precisely how to produce goreng pisang, pisang apa nak pakai, nak guna campuran tepung banyak mana, garam banyak mana, telur banyak mana, nak goreng berapa suhunya, and so on. Okay, so this is the factors of production. Okay, further, we have factors of production from Islamic perspective. Okay, So this video is for both the ECO162 and 120. So for student ECO120, this one does not relate to you. You only learn about factors of production from conventional perspective only. So this one is just for ECO162. Okay. Further, we also learn about the factors of production from the Islamic perspective. So basically, for the land, it refers to all natural resources created by Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala to mankind. Okay, sama je macam land from conventional perspective. Cumanya ada tambahan, as a Muslim, we must enrich the resources but not to manipulate it. So dalam Islam, dia ada stresskan faktor paling penting sekali. Although the resources, you are the one who found the resources, you are the first one who discovered the resources, you cannot conquer it for your own self. You must enrich it, and as a Khalifah, you distribute this for the people, because everything in the world belongs to Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. Even though you jumpa, sebenarnya Allah bagi orang kata tanggungjawab pada you untuk mentadbir dia. Okay, so jangan conquer dia, you kena tadbir dia. Make sure you distribute to the others their rights. Okay, and then in terms of labour pula, physical and mental talent sama je macam conventional, which has been used in production process. Okay, and then dia mention kat situ, labour must have good intention and consider working as ibadah. So kita, kalau kita bekerja, okay, walaupun kita bukan bekerja dekat company kita bekerja makan gaji, okay, tapi bila kita consider working ni as ibadah, kita dapat gaji tu akan jadi darah daging untuk kita sara keluarga kita. Kita tak akan buat something yang against it lah. For example, we going to work not just to get wages or salaries, but we also want to get the blessing of Allah Subhanahu Wa Taala. So kita tak boleh go against our religion, buat pekerjaan yang Allah larang. For example, you tak minum arak, tapi you jadi jaga arak, jaga kedai arak. For example, dalam Islam kan dia kata siapa-siapa golongan yang terlibat dengan arak, walaupun you bukan peminum arak, even though you pemandu lori yang membawa anggur untuk membuat arak, okay, hukuman dia sama macam seorang yang minum arak. So dah terang lah kata benda tu salah. Dalam Islam dah bagi tahu dah, arak ni very orang kata very bad for the human. That's why memang Islam nak jauhkan daripada manusia. Okay, sebab tu larangan dia sangat terang. Sekarang ni ada larangan pasal rokok pula. Tapi macam-macam lah fatwa orang merokok untuk menghalalkan benda yang haram. Okay, dan ada banyak lagi lah. For example, Islam tak benarkan interest. You work at bank, bayaran gaji adalah daripada interest. So macam mana nak justify tu? Pramugari for example, first class ada serve arak, sama juga. Ataupun you jadi manager hotel, okay, walaupun you tak minum arak, tapi ada event untuk Chinese yang sediakan serve arak, so it's the same. Okay, so kalau kita consider our working as ibadah, we will try to find halal job lah, doing halal job to earn something yang halal. Okay, and about capital and entrepreneur is the same, tak ada beza pun dengan conventional and Islamic. Okay, and untuk producer, conventional punya producer adalah to maximize profit. Every seller, they do something, they produce something, they sell something in order to get profit. While Islamic punya producer, okay, tak ada. Dia tak ada yang first tu maximize profit, tak ada. Dalam Islam, Islamic objective untuk producer Islamic objective adalah to achieve al-falah. Al-falah is the success in the world and hereafter. As a Muslim, kita nak berjaya dunia dan akhirat. Okay, so producer can have reasonable amount of profit, reasonable sahaja, and they must consider and they must consider the welfare of the society. So kita kena ingat, walaupun kita berniaga untuk dapatkan keuntungan, tapi we have numerous types of buyer, right? Ada orang yang susah, ada orang yang senang. Kalau orang yang susah ni, duit sangat susah bagi diorang. So kalau kita jual barang kita terlampau mahal dan membebankan diorang, so itu bukan welfare of the society. So dalam Islam very very orang kata menjagalah bahagian-bahagian macam ni. And producer need to prepare a place for their employees to pray and should not accept their workers as brother in Islam and cannot force them to work 24 hours a day. So kita anggap walaupun kita majikan, pekerja-pekerja kita ni saudara kita, macam adik-beradik kita lah. So kita nak jaga dia orang ni. Okay, jaga kebajikan dia orang, jangan paksa dia orang bekerja 24 jam, and give them what they deserve, tempat untuk beribadah, waktu untuk berehat and so on. Okay, so here kita explain balik. What does it mean by production? A process of transforming input, which is the land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, into output, which is the goods and services. Inputs are the factors of production, whereas outputs are the goods and services. Production function refers to relationship between inputs and output. So production function tu macam mana? Function F Q K L. This is production function. Function to produce quantity ataupun output, you will use two input, which is K stand for capital, L stand for labor. Kenapa pula pakai dua je kan? Tadi I told you kita ada it's not working. Okay, so tak apa, I write it here. K stand for capital, L stand for labor. Okay, just now I told you to produce good and services, output, quantity, output, kita guna land, labor, capital, entrepreneur, right? Tapi sekarang ni kenapa hanya dua input je yang kita guna, capital and labor? Ini bila kita belajar pasal teori, we only assume only two types of input will be used in production process, which is capital and also labor. The other two, which is land and also entrepreneur, we assume constant, it's already there. Okay, so hopefully you boleh faham maksud FQ, function to produce quantity, is equals to the usage of capital and labor. Okay, as input increases, output also increase. If you want to increase Q, output, you must increase the input. Lagi banyak capital kita guna, lagi banyak labor kita guna, lagi banyak output yang akan terhasil. Okay, so production ada two time range, which is short run and long run. Okay, so what is short run? Short run is a period of time during which at least one input is fixed. Keywords dia kat sini. Satu input akan jadi fixed masa short run, and its quantity cannot be varied. The quantity tak boleh berubah untuk input yang tetap tersebut. So ingat balik, kita punya tadi equation adalah FQKL. Copy Okay, so dia bagi tahu dalam short run ni ada 2 input, right? So one input must be fixed. Okay, so in the short run, one input is fixed because we assume that we only use 2 input, which is capital and labor. The other, which is land and entrepreneur, we assume as already there. Okay, so from those 2 input, which is capital and labor, one input will be fixed and its quantity cannot be varied. So which input yang fixed tu? It's capital. Okay, and the other one, which is labor, dia adalah variable. Maksudnya input tersebut boleh, nilai dia boleh berubah-ubah. Okay, and kenapa macam tu? Saya buat summary dia. Kalau short run, production function to produce quantity ataupun output, we will use 2 input, which is capital and also labor. But for capital, dia ada hat, maksudnya ada topi kat atas dia, ada simbol dash macam tu. Itu bermaksud the value of this input is fixed. Capital is fixed, meaning that the value is always the same. For example, kalau nilai capital is 100, so throughout the production process, kalau kita produce 1 good, capital will be 100. Produce 2 goods, capital will still be 100. Produce 3 goods, capital will still be 100. So the value won't change. It's fixed. Itu yang kita masukkan dengan fixed input. But for labor here, labor is variable. Variable tu maksudnya berubah-ubah. As time goes by, kita upah seorang labor. Lepas tu kita tambah lagi upah 2 orang labor. Lepas tu tambah lagi upah 3 orang labor, and so on. So in the short run, why do our input fix for capital? Because capital here, I already mentioned it to you. Capital means machinery. The production aids, the asset of the business. For example, macam stall kita lah. Kalau buat goreng pisang, gerai buat goreng pisang. So kalau kita nak start buat perniagaan short run ni, maksudnya the period in the short run whereby at that current time kita ada constraint, kita baru start mula perniagaan. So at that time we have the problems of we don't have enough money. So when we don't have enough money, in terms of kedai untuk disewa, kita tak akan sewa 2-3 buah premis untuk buat perniagaan terus. Bila kita mula-mula nak start tu, kita akan kita akan start dengan satu perniagaan dahulu. So for example, saya nak buat gerai goreng pisang dalam ITM kan. So saya akan sewa satu gerai dahulu. Sebab saya sekarang ada constraint, I don't have much money. Baru nak start perniagaan. So for example, saya ada modal 1,000. So sewa gerai dalam UiTM 700. So for 1,000 yang saya ada tu, 700 dah digunakan untuk capital sahaja. So the rest 300 yang saya akan gunakan untuk hired labor dan juga untuk beli raw material untuk jalankan perniagaan saya. So with that, I don't have much. I have constraint. So I cannot tambah satu lagi cawangan dalam masa short run. For example, buka satu lagi gerai. Sebab kalau buka satu lagi gerai, I need another 700. But my capital, my modal untuk perniagaan, I only have 1,000. So kalau nak 2 kedai, kena ada 1,400 kan? So sekarang ni, I don't have enough. So that is the constraint. That's why capital in the short run, it will be fixed. So aset perniagaan, machinery semua tu akan jadi fixed. Dia akan jadi tetap. Dia tak akan bertambah dalam short run. While for labor, okay, untuk upah pekerja ni, kita assume, for example, small business, right? We pay the labor on daily basis. For example, saya buat perniagaan dalam UiTM, saya buat perniagaan goreng pisang. So saya upah students menjaga gerai goreng pisang saya. So saya upah RM20 sehari. So dia orang gila-gila lah. Okay, so here RM20 very small amount compared to 700 untuk sewa kedai, right? So, bila mula-mula saya start perniagaan, saya tak akan terus upah 4 orang pekerja terus, tak. Saya akan start dulu dengan seorang pekerja dan tengok market dulu. Apabila the demand for my goreng pisang start to increase, makin banyak, then barulah saya akan tambah lagi pekerja saya untuk penuhi permintaan. So, start you akan hire seorang labor. So, cost you akan jadi RM20. Seorang lagi labor. Bila as time goes by, bila permintaan terhadap goreng pisang yang makin banyak, you akan upah lagi seorang labor, jadi tambah lagi RM20, RM40. Tapi cost dia very cheap and compared to if you want to add capital. That's why for labor, in the short run, dia akan jadi variable. Okay, to constrain masa short run, we don't have much. But in the long run tu maksudnya kita dah operate lama, kita dah break even, dah balik modal dah. Masa ni kita dah establish. So, bisnes goreng pisang saya dah dikenali dah. So, I dah dapat my profit back. I got my return. And I would like to expand. Ada branches. Mula-mula saya buka kat College Kemia je. Sekarang saya nak buka kat College Kapas, College Rendang. So, here, I don't have constraint dah. Because I have the money now. So, I can, orang kata, sewa few more stalls. That's why, in the long run, in terms of the production function, FQ to produce quantity, we use capital and also labor, but the capital don't have head. Tak ada tanda kat atas dia. So, itu bermaksud both capital and labor are variable. So, dia tak ada fixed input lah. Masa long run, dia tak ada fixed input. Masa short run, dia ada fixed input. So, senangnya you nak cara exam. Okay, kalau dia bagi table, dan dia tanya awak, ini short run ke long run? Jawapan you kena tengok dari segi input tu. Kalau ada satu input yang nilai dia tetap je macam, itu bermaksud fix. For example, kalau dia bagi table macam ni kan, here. Sekarang ni dia dah bagi tahu fixed input, variable input. Kalau dia tak bagi tahu, for example dia tulis land dengan labor. Beda macam capital and labor kan? Kenapa tiba-tiba land dengan labor pula? Salah ke? Tak. Sekarang ni input yang dia nak pakai mana-mana pun up to them. Asalkan dua. Tapi biasanya labor dia akan pakai. Labor tu akan sentiasa jadi variable. So you look at here, in terms of land kan, the value is consistent. Sama je. So, bila dia consistent macam ni sama, mean that it is fixed. While our other input, look at the value. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So, the value change. When the value change, mean that this input is variable. Berubah-ubah. So, at the first time, okay, we will come with the concept now. Kita akan ada konsep untuk dalam ni. I'll continue this in our second video.